Why would I expect anything less? I've made this video several damn times about getting banned from Facebook. This is going to be like a rage video, and I don't make these very often anymore. Back in my younger days, I used to make a lot of rage videos. Raging about all kinds of nonsense. I don't really scream and yell on camera anymore. But it's kind of like when you push a pit bull into the corner, eventually it's going to bite back. When you push a cat into the corner, what's it going to do? It's going to claw you. So today is the 1-year anniversary of what happened in Parkland, Florida. Happy Valentine's Day. And they're having all kinds of, candlelight vigils and shit like that. Totally understandable. So anyway, I got banned from Facebook today. Or no, what was it, a couple days ago? Yesterday? I don't know what it was. I made a new account. Within 10 minutes, it was gone. I know what's going on. They don't want me on their platform because I speak truth. It's kind of like Twitter, They want to make it all liberal. It's an attack on conservatives. You probably heard the story several damn times. It's an attack on conservatives. It's fake. They're using facial recognition. They're using your phone's IP. It's nonstop. You've already heard this over and over and over like a fucking broken record. So I'm just one person out of thousands. Just do it. Just type in the search bar, Facebook banned me. And you'll see all these people bitching about Facebook. I watched a few of the videos. There was a guy banned because he was a follower of Christ and he was talking about the homosexual agenda. And they banned him. It says in the Bible, I am the truth, the way, the life. Those that censor truth will be open for bondage. It's right in the Bible. We know what their agenda is. We know that Facebook is a CIA operation. We know that Mark Zuckerberg stole the idea from one of his college classmates. It's a New World Order operation to spy on us. Look at Facebook. Twitter doesn't do this shit. I'm on Gab now. I'm using Gab, G-A-B. Check me on Gab. Raging Rob 1982. That is my new Facebook, Twitter combined in one. Yeah, there's a lot of hearsay saying that Gab opens up for a lot of white supremacists and neo-Nazis. That might be true. But you know what they have on Gab? They have freedom of speech. And we don't have to worry about getting censored. There is no report. You just block somebody and that's it. The good thing about MySpace, block somebody. Nobody was getting banned. Oh no, we got to go to something better. And Tom Anderson sold MySpace from under us. Yeah, because everybody left and wanted to go to Facebook for that shit. You left MySpace for that shit. So Tom Anderson said, fuck it. They're going to leave me? Fuck it, then I'm just going to sell it. And now it's MySpace Music. But history repeats itself. People don't want to be controlled. They want to have their own free will. Kings and queens and kingdoms have been overthrown in history thousands of years ago, hundreds of years ago. Because the people got tired of it. You push the people to a certain point, they get tired of it and they push back. And kings have been overthrown because of it. Governments have been overthrown because of it. People don't want to be controlled. You got these people way up here. The Bilderbergs, the New World Order. They want to decide how they're going to control the world. Part of that is we're going to censor people and dumb down people into being believers, not thinkers. You see liberalism in the schools now. Schools aren't educating anymore. They're indoctrinating. When I went to school, it was starting to change. They're centers of indoctrination is what they are anymore, not education centers anymore. And you see these kids today, They're dumber than shit. They go to college. Look at Caitlin Bennett's YouTube videos. She goes on campus to Akron College or a couple other colleges. And the shit that comes out of these college kids' mouth it's just insane. It's like at the alien race. And they do it with a straight face. This is the dumbed down of society. And Facebook and Twitter is guilty of this because they're getting rid of any free thinkers that question anything and get it off their platform. We can't have that on our platform. It's part of the New World Order agenda. Shove us into a corner. Jack Dorsey and Mark Zuckerberg knows what they're doing. They know what they're doing. And let me tell you something, Mark Zuckerberg. Your days of New World Order tyranny are done with. We're not taking your crap anymore. Fuck you and fuck Jack Dorsey. Fuck both of you faggots. Because your days of fucking tyranny are coming to an end. We're not going to take your shit anymore. Your platforms are going to die. Because we don't want to be shoved in a corner for stupid shit. For putting out truth. And be censored. And you see what's going on with the Parkland, 1 year after Parkland. They're passing all these, they found a way to take our guns and try to do it legally. Let's do red flag. How do we check a red flag? Let's do it through social media. I'm not blaming the Parkland kids. They're put in a bad situation. They're not the enemy. And I hope the Parkland kids realize that I am not their enemy. Their enemy is the ones up here that are using them for their gun grab agendas to push in their tyranny. We on the right are trying to wake them up before it's too late. It ain't too late. So to any Parkland kids or anybody of that generation of millennials that see this, I am not your enemy. You see my hat, NRA. Yeah, I am not your enemy. I am your friend. These evil politicians that you're putting in power that take our guns to enslave us, those are your enemy. That's why we have the Constitution like we have. That's why it was written a certain way. Because our founding fathers seen the future and what could happen. These politicians will do anything. Now, I'm not saying all of them are bad. I'm not saying all liberals are bad. I'm not saying all Democrats are bad. But it seems that they will do anything to get into power. They will lie to your face. They will say, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. They will use you. They will use these gun violence victims as leeches for their agenda. They don't care. And once they get into power, they're going to take the guns. They're going to take free speech. They can do whatever they want. The UK and Australia is proof of that. J.B. Pritzker, the governor of Illinois, he is a tyrant and he is proof of that. What's the first thing that he did when he got in the office? Give me your guns, and we're going to check your social media to decide that if there's something we disagree with, you're not stable enough to have a gun. And we're going to take it. And you're not going to stop us. You know who does shit like that? Tyrants! J.B. Pritzker is a fucking tyrant. Jack Dorsey and Mark Zuckerberg, they're censoring people. You know who did that shit? Adolf Hitler censored people. They are tyrants. And let me just say this. I will be back on your goddamn platform, Mark Zuckerberg, and I will be back. And you're not going to fucking stop me. And I'm going to keep coming back, and I'm going to keep coming back. And to any fucking official at the Facebook office in Silicon Valley that sees this, I'm going to be back on your platform until it's dead like MySpace. You're not going to push me into a corner. Because you're not going to kill our free speech. Because if you do, try to kill our free speech, and if you do try to take our guns, 1776 will commence again. Let that be known. Fuck you, and fuck all your Silicon Valley faggots. Because we're taking our rights back from you liberal, Democrat, socialist, tyrant fuckers. We are the free speech, and you could pass whatever law. You could see that says, oh my God, look at this video. That's a red flag. You could pass whatever fucking law. You could say whatever the fuck you want. But our founding fathers talked about this. Centuries ago. Decades ago. 17 whatever. They knew what was coming. And it's come to that day. And they warned us about tyrants like this that would push us in the corner and censor us. Your days are coming to an end. And 1776 will commence again. You don't run shit. Jack Dorsey, the assholes in Silicon Valley, and you Democrats up here. Not just the Democrats, anybody, Republicans, Democrats, whatever. Politicians. The Democrats, I say Democrats because they have a history of this shit. They're known for that shit. But it's any politicians, whatever party, that are up here. Let it be known that you don't run shit. We run shit. We are the people, the free people of this world, and we run shit. We're going to have shit our way. You might have the money. You might have the political power. But what you don't have is the popularity of the people. Because we run shit. Not you. And soon enough, your fucking platforms, your censorship, you're trying to get our guns, your days are coming to an end. And it's already starting. The Civil War revolution has already started. It's a virtual civil war that we're in. It might not be a bloody civil war, but it's a virtual civil war. And you're seeing it. And these individual tyrants will be exposed. And then they're going to be shoved into a corner. Anyway, happy Valentine's Day. Speak your mind. Don't be afraid to speak your mind. Don't let, if I speak my mind like this on this platform, I might get banned. If I speak my mind like this on this platform, somebody might red flag me. I'm a gun owner. I can't talk like that on social media on this platform. Somebody might red flag me under my state law, and they might kick down my door and take my gun. That's called government overreach, asshole. And don't let the New World Order, don't let these police, don't let this government, don't let whatever fucking law is in place. I don't give a damn if you live in California, New York, whatever. That's called government overreach. You are a person of this free world. You have a right to speak your damn mind. I don't give a damn what somebody says. I've had police knock on my door. If we look at the history, we look at Nicholas Cruz, the guy who shot up the school. He was called on 39 times in 1 year. 39 times. We have to look at where the flaws are at. I know there's been talk about ban assault rifles and ban high-capacity magazines and ban bump stocks. That's not how you solve the problem. You got to get to the root of the problem. The root of the problem is this guy was mentally off. He should not have had access to a gun. And he was called on 39 times. 39 interactions with law enforcement in 1 year. Because of shit on social media. And a lot of it was death threats. That's a problem. And he was able to pass a background check. I will tell you why he was able to pass a background check. Because under Florida law, a background check, which conservatives can be mad at me all they want, whatever, whichever way you see it, But I've never been 100% against background checks. But it's only as good as the information you report. Okay? His mental illness was not reported on a federal level. And because the background check came back inconclusive, or I'm not sure if Florida does this, but I think if I'm not mistaken, what happened was, if the background check doesn't reject you in a certain amount of time, you're able to get the gun. That is a loophole in the system that needs to be stopped on a federal level. Sort of like the Sutherland Springs church shooter. How the hell did he pass He passed a background check. How? It says if you're rejected from the military, you can't pass a background check. Then how the hell did he do it? Because it was not reported on a federal level. That's how. It was a loophole. Close the loopholes. You want to ban guns? No. We got to close the loopholes. Anyway, just want to throw that out there. Social media. You know how many? I'm gonna throw a number out there, and you can see this as scary. You can see this as whatever you want to see it. But I've had interactions with the police and law enforcement over social media stuff, and not one of them was a threat. It was just freedom of speech shit that people got offended, and well, I see that as a potential red flag against Raging Rob Kinnison. I got to call the FBI or whatever. You know how many times? In 6 years, 5 times. 5 times in 6 years I've had interactions with law enforcement because of something I said or did on social media. 5 times in 6 years. About once every 1 year and 3 months. 5 times in 6 years. I had the sheriff's department show up on my door. I had the Dearborn Police Department call me on the phone. I had the FBI call me on the phone. There was some mental health bullshit, whatever, in the state of Arizona that sent me something in the mail. And the other time, I can't think of. I'm trying to think what the other time was. There was another time. I just don't remember what it was. Maybe it was 4 times. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Somebody reported me to a police department. I'm not going to say when and where because of a YouTube video. So, 5 times in 6 years. Not 39 times in 1 year. If you have a free speaking mind, like if you have a free speaking mouth and go on social media and speak your mind like I do, yeah, there's going to be people out there that's going to want to censor you, and there's going to be people out there that's going to try to red flag your shit. It's happened to me. It's happened to me. I'm not going to lie. It's happened to me. But under this certain red flag law shit, now it's like a neighbor, well, he might be a threat because I don't agree with this or that. Or he's open carrying his gun in his private property. My neighbor might be a threat. You see, and then they're going to just take your guns without due process. Override the Constitution. You can't even defend yourself in court. Your guns could be confiscated up to 1 year before you could defend yourself, and you might not get the guns back. That's what these red flag laws are doing. No, I don't want mentally ill people like these shooters to have these guns. No, I don't. Just like I don't want drunk drivers to have access to cars. You want to attack the problem where the real problem is, the black market. The pharmaceutical drugs that are making people go crazy. The parents that aren't locking up their guns or keeping their kid online anymore. And they can't because if they spank their kid, they go to jail. It's not a gun problem. It's a society problem. Switzerland has lots of guns. 50% armed population. And they don't have the problems we have. You know why? Because they don't have government overreach. telling us how to correct our kids. They want to control every aspect of our lives. And they don't have kids shooting up schools over there. It's a society problem. We had kids in the 70s and 80s bring their guns to school, hide in their pickup trucks and cars. After school, they went hunting. They went target practicing. Back then, they didn't shoot up schools. Why? They were obedient to their parents. The parents put them in line. Now we got broken families that don't do that. And you're seeing what's happening as a result. So, just some thoughts I want to put out there. I made this video extra long. But anyway, I'm in Pennsylvania. I'm going to get going. I got to go to Indiana and get rid of this load. So, what happened 1 year ago today was absolutely tragic. And I know people are going to... This guy's walking his dog. Okay. I know people aren't going to want to hear this, but I send you my thoughts and prayers. And the 17 victims of Parkland. You want to keep their memories alive? Yeah, keep their memories alive. But do not use these 17 individuals to confiscate guns from law-abiding citizens for your gun control New World Order agenda. Because if you do that, you're violating these 17 victims' names. That's what you're doing. We want to remember these 17 victims for who they were. Not 17 victims to vial their names for ushering in a global agenda and tyranny. But there's a lot of evil politicians up here at the top that will do that. They love gun violence victims. They love it. It's good for their agenda. It's sick. Yeah, it is sick. It's despicable. It's sickening. And the media loves it too. They love gun violence. They might not like the tragedy, but they love gun violence. It's good for their ratings. It's good for the liberal agenda. Anyway, happy Valentine's Day. I'm out.